Hello, today we would like to make a short technical session about Microsoft products called Forms. I hope you already have heard about what is Microsoft Forms. I know that many people are using platforms like Doodle, like SurveyMonkey to create survey. But in a company, we have many informations that we cannot use on such kind of open platforms, and we have to make sure that the information in the company are following specific policies or rules, and that's why it is important to think about what is the best platform to implement specific functionalities. And here Microsoft offers a product called Microsoft Forms. When we have an Office 365 license on our ribbon here, we can go to all apps and enter here Forms, and can then select here Microsoft Forms. When we open Microsoft Forms, in my case here, it's still, I can say, empty, and I can create a new form, yes, or I can create something like a quiz if we want to make like an exercise or have some question where we want to evaluate the different answer of different group of peoples. Then we can make a quiz. But today I want to make a simple form where I will collect data about the opinion of the usage of Microsoft products. Yes, let me say here, for example, let us call it Office 365 products. Yes, I mean here I can give that is the title of my form, and here I can enter a short description like share, and here then we have to make the different questions. My first question should be a multiple choice. Yes, then I can say here which yes, I can give the first option can be here something like SharePoint, or the next product can be Teams, and then it proposes automatically some product. Here I can take here Flow, and the other one I can now create another question. The next question should be the rate, yeah, where I say here your evaluation, your personal evaluation, let's say evaluation. Then you can select if you have good experience with this Microsoft product here, and then the next question can be for date, when would you take the next Office 365 training, and you can select a date. Now I can say if some questions are required, yes or not, and here I can add if I want that my form should have more than one page. If I want to build it on many pages, then I can it was here when I hit I want to create another one, I can create another section so that my forms will be divided in many pages or section. Then the second section can be the user experience. Yes, user experience. So I can say here we want to collect experience, we can say social experience. Yes. And on this social experience we can ask, for example, we can select like can add a new file so that someone can add here a folder. You can add other type of questions. I only want to go through some examples here. We can have here something to set a score. And if our forms, that way I want on preview here to see how the form look like. And now I can decide to say we have here a mobile form. We can view this form in a mobile display or on a computer. Now I can go back here in my design and decide to add something like a theme to tune a bit my form. I can select, we have here kind of template that already exists that can help to improve the site. Now if I call here the preview, we see that here the form is a bit better. And if I have the possibility, yes, to add, to configure the setting, we can decide if this form should be anonym. That means everyone will answer to the question that we have here. We don't want to record their names, or if we need to record the name, if it's inside of a company, so we can record the name for every people who will answer this form. Or we can decide here to say that every employee can fill this form only once, yes, so that we make sure that the same person will not fill the form 2 or 3 times. We have here option for response, accept response, or start date, so that we can decide that even if we publish this form today, we can set a start date. I mean, the people who will open this form before a start date, they will not be able to fill it, or their response will not be considered. And I can have also an end date to say, maybe if we have a specific event, we want to know when this event will be take place, so that after this event people cannot fill the form anymore. So let us now see how we have the possibility to add here multi-languages, a different language that we can support to make this form. Here, when I now go here to preview and try to fill this form, yes, you see here, because I collect the date, give here hi Jill, when you submit this form, the owner will be able to see your name. Yes, it's because I edit there. So now I can say I can select the product that I used most, and can add here a date, and can see here next to go to the next session. And here I can upload a file and set a rate here. And if I submit this result, yes, I get a response page here, and this response page can also be customized. When I now go back to the forms once more, you see here the question and the response. With one response, we have here a kind of a diagram where we see the different answer to each question. Now I'm still here on the display form. Let me fill once more, or I cannot fill anymore. So if we have many people who have answer here, we can export the result here in an Excel sheet and see if that I can see for every single user. Here we can have also the email address of the user, but we can also remove them. So if I'm now here on my form, we have the possibility to share this link now with other users. If I hit here on share, I have the possibility to copy now this link, yes, and send it via email, or I can copy this link and now use another product like Teams to share the form, because the form that I have here now, I need to send it to people so that they can fill it. Where should I send it? So I can use Teams to send this link to the other users so that they put their content there. I can share this form inside of a SharePoint site so that people can fill the form in our intranet page. And yes, let us give a short look here how to add this form. If I come here and say in this team channel, I can now add the link to my form, and all members of my channel, when they hit on this link, they can see this form. If I now come here and say I want to add a tab with our forms, I can select your form. I think here then I can decide I want to use Office 365 product. If I select it, then my form will be displayed directly here, so that people okay, my personal answer was already collected, so that because in the form I said that all members can fill the form only once. So if I open the form once more, okay, the form is there. If I open this form and change, so that for this form I would like to change the settings so that someone can fill the form more than once, so that I can now come here in preview and fill this form for a second time. Yes, and so that we have more than one answer for this form. Then let me submit, and if I go back here, I can see here that we have 2 responses now. And if I open my SharePoint, my team, I can update this link with F5 that I have activated, that someone can fill it more than once. Then we can see the result here that the form is there. Now I can add a second tab here to display the result also of this form, the result that we have collected. If I select now here, I can say I want to display the collected response. You see, I can show the result. If I add the result, then you will see here this form that display all the result. Yes, I mean, in my team session here, you see the form itself where the people can fill, and then on the other side you have a view on these results here. I think it's also enough for today. It's more than 5 minutes or more than 10 minutes. I only want to show you a simple possibility. You don't need to be here a developer, you don't need to be an expert in high technologies. You only need an Office 365 account. You only need to open this form as product, and build a form based on your requirement or on your business needs. I hope that it was helpful enough. If you have more questions, then I'm happy to be help. Okay, best thing.